You're watching the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson recap in a rush. So what happened? I'm gonna recap the fight, but you've gotta take me at my word for this first part. Here's my pre-fight prediction. This is gonna be an easy night for Paul. I'm not much of a Jake Paul fan, but if you watch Tyson's final two fights with Danny Williams and Kevin McBride 20 years ago, he looked terrible against two fighters who are not exactly top-tier talent. So how could he be better now, at 58? Everyone keeps talking about Tyson's power, and it was a force to be reckoned with in the 80s and 90s, but it was gone by the mid-2000s during those two final humiliating losses. So my guess is Paul will move backwards for 3 rounds, Tyson will chase, throw everything he has, and then either tire, get bored, or just get frustrated and wonder what life choices got him to this point. Then Paul uses his range and youth, and if the fight is not fixed, Paul ends Tyson with a knockout. Or if the fight is fixed, he carries Tyson to the end, or there's some kind of ref stoppage that allows Tyson to save face. Okay, here we go. We're at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. They pan around looking for celebrities, and I'm not impressed. Until they find the stars from Karate Kid. And speaking of unimpressed, here are tonight's announcers, and they're awful. The tail of the tape is interesting, and the rules, in case you missed them: 14-ounce gloves and 8 2-minute rounds. Jake enters first, riding in a convertible to the song In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins, which is awesome actually, and the crowd hates him. Then we get Tyson walking in classic fashion with just a simple towel over him. During the ref instructions, there's nothing of interest. Okay. Round 1 opens when Tyson throws a couple of short punches early, and then really nothing more. There's some holding and holding, a couple of hooks and jabs from Jake, but not much else. In round 2, Jake is already carrying his hands low, and Tyson is already flat-footed. Tyson lands one punch that's kind of interesting, but Paul is starting to step up his punches, but not much comes of it. Tyson starts fast in round 3 for about 8 seconds, then Paul starts landing 3 and 4 punch combinations, which wobbles Mike momentarily. Tyson's punches are all thrown short, and he's not really committing to them, I assume not wanting to leave himself open. The round ends, and Tyson is completely gassed while they work on the swelling in the corner. Round 4 has lots of missed punches from both, but all the aggression is from Paul. Tyson is pretty much just camping in the center of the ring, waiting for Jake to come to him. He's also constantly biting his left glove. He's also doing almost nothing, other than getting occasionally hit, but nothing of consequence. At this point, the crowd is obviously booing, mostly out of boredom. Jake is calm in his corner before round 5 and then comes out with some quick body shots. Tyson continues to do nothing. Paul is starting to slow down as well. When Tyson does throw, his punches are wild and slow and infrequent. We maybe get one clean shot from Tyson, and Jake's not that much better when it comes to accuracy. Thrown punches, but nothing's really landing. At the start of round 6, they show us some of the stats so far, and yeah, they're both missing a lot of punches. And when they're not missing punches, they're looking at each other, which they both do a lot of in this round. Quick critique: Paul is not jabbing anywhere near enough, and when he does, it's with hardly any power. This is starting to look like him carrying the fight, which is what I was worried about. In fact, in round 6, there's hardly anything worth talking about. I will say, though, these 2-minute rounds go by really fast. Round 7 has Tyson landing 2 single punches in about the first 20 seconds, and then they stand around and look at each other. Jake punches occasionally, but the punches, when they come, are not full power shots. His larger gloves are really hurting the impact of everything thrown. But for as often as Tyson is throwing this fight, he might as well not be wearing gloves. The round ends with Tyson looking dead in his corner. And it's the 8th round, and Tyson barely looks like he wants to get off his stool. Jake opens up his punches a little bit. Tyson swings for the fences, maybe 2 times, but Jake isn't anywhere close to where the punches are. It's just a lot more of Paul carrying Tyson to the end. And they actually stop fighting about 15 seconds before the end of the fight, with them just acknowledging each other. The crowd is restless, bored, and booing. The unofficial card has Paul winning. Yeah, easily. And it's official. Jake Paul has beat Mike Tyson. The official scorecards have one card at 80 to 72 and the other 2 at 79 to 73. Yeah, I'm not sure where Tyson won any rounds, but okay. And the final punch stats are awful. In 8 rounds, Tyson only threw 97 punches and only 18 of them landed. Ugh, it's dreadful. Tune in next time when I try and come up with a great boxing joke, only to forget the punchline. Well, I was hoping to relive a little bit of my youth, and it turned out to be completely disappointing. But I didn't expect much, and it's exactly what I got. Okay, this was fun. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I'll be back again the next time Mike Tyson fights.